over. Anyway, we are now on losers finals. One moment, guys. Yeah, I'll change them. I haven't. Alright, boys and girls. So, as I was saying, we are now on the losers finals. Khanage versus Zone. Let me update that for you all now. Zone is, of course, the Korin we were just witnessing earlier, and Khanage is still in the tournament. He's in losers bracket, but still in, and he's made his way all the way up to Zone to play off in the losers finals to see which of these two opponents will be taking on Aperture in grand finals. So, what are we going to see here? Well, you've seen a bit of action so far, but yeah, we're going to see, I guess, really, with a character as floaty and kind of cautious that likes to fade in and out, such as Peach. I think really Zone is also again going to be doing the the zoning game basically. He's going to use the edges of his hitboxes to catch out Peach, and he's also going to be throwing in a bit of combo game for good measure. On the other hand, Khanage has got a projectile. Zone has a projectile too, but both operate in different ways. I'm pretty sure their projectiles will cancel each other out if they're not, if Zone's projectile is not charged, then they should cancel each other out. However, Peach can always chuck her projectile sort of over and around the projectile of Zone, which may help her in this match. Also, since Peach has a hard time pulling out her projectiles fast enough, it does take time to uproot those turnips. Zone will have opportunities to run in, depending on if he reads it ahead of time or not. So we will be needing to watch out for that too and see how that dynamic comes into play. So the tale so far is that Khanage is down by a stock. Zone is carefully racking up percentage, and he is zoning out his opponent. He is zoning out Khanage's Peach, as indeed I was predicting. And I think for Peach, really, this is going to be a bit of a hard matchup because Zone has pretty decent, Korin has pretty decent frame data, great range. There is the edge guard though. We might see Peach bring out Toad for a surprise edge guard against Zone's up B. Let's see if that actually happens. So far, Khanage is opting for the little bit safer forward airs to punish the edge. But indeed, yeah, Peach can bring out Toad for those useful but slightly gimmicky up B punishes to get those last minute kills. Let's see if I'm very curious if she uses that against a character like Korin because of that kind of linear recovery. We're not seeing it so far, but we are seeing trumps. Khanage. Oh, there we go. See, I called it right. There we go. It's not maybe early enough to kill. I mean, it might have killed if it bounded off the stage, but yeah, Zone kind of just ended up on stage. It seemed like almost like a weak hitbox of the Peach counter happened there, and Zone actually took the game shortly after that, perhaps because of it. However, we see that Khanage does know his options. He knows his mix-ups. He put some trumps in there without getting hit. He did the Toad counter. He was using some forward airs to kind of cover the ledge area. So I think Khanage does have an idea of what he needs to do. He just needs to find a way to make everything work. Let's see if that's... Oh, nice turnip catch from Zone there. Let's see anyway if Khanage can fine-tune his game and adjust in this second game of the set, with Zone now taking the first game just a second ago. Nice down airs from Khanage into forward air. Throws out a turnip, doesn't catch Zone, but indeed Khanage is applying quite a bit of pressure right now, which can only be a good thing if done right. Nice shield pressure, and he catches Khanage after that with a surprise attack coming out after the down air. You'll find that a lot of zoning-based characters, such as Mega Man, for example, who has a few more projectiles than a character like Peach, or Peach herself, a lot of zoning characters like those, or Robin, for example, they like to throw out hitboxes, and then when you think the job is done, they put something else out there to be a little bit sneaky. For example, with Mega Man, he might do forward air, and then just as he's landing, he throws out a cheeky up air. In this case, Peach did a down air, and then went into a neutral air, I believe it was, we saw a second ago. So yeah, zoning characters, they really love to put out an extra hitbox as a sort of insurance policy if their initial hits don't land. But it can be read into. It's not it's not a seamless strategy. So you can't just throw out a lot of hitboxes and always be safe. Wow, that looked like it was going to hit Khanage. It did not connect. Sorry, hit Korin, Zone's Korin. Anyway, we saw again another Toad attempt from Khanage. It looks like he really understands that as a great way to kill a bit early. It hasn't worked out once yet in the set, but it does work. So let's see if he continues to go for it or if he mixes up his strategy or not. Right now, Khanage does have the lead though, so he has a bit of room to experiment. Whether or not he chooses to experiment a lot or a little is yet to be seen, but typically the better players will play extra safe in these situations. However, just as I say that, Peach goes for the Toad counter off stage. Good stuff though, good stuff. It landed after all. Back air from Peach, hitting Zone's shield, but she manages to space her way past him and make her way to safety so that not much can be done about it. Turnip pull. Khanage opts to relinquish her usage of the turnip and come in for a grab, throws the turnip down, pushing Zone further and further off stage. However, Zone is now back in center stage, gets the up air, it kills. He is, however, very close to 100%. He is at bright red damage, and Khanage is sitting in a very comfortable position. 1 forward air near the edge of the stage may be all that's needed at this point. Let's see if forward air is what we're going to see in this crucial moment of the game. Oh, okay. Just he won't make it back. It wasn't even needed. He was simply too far off. That's the that's one of the perils of it says 1-1 now, by the way, guys. That's one of the perils of the high and wide blast zone stages. For example, if you go to Battlefield, for example, it might seem like a great stage for a character like Cloud, right? Because he can neutral air and kind of make his way around in a very strong way when he's in neutral. But the thing is, when you're off stage, if you're a character who hasn't got a really good recovery, so Cloud, for example, doesn't have a great recovery, it's good at times, especially with limit, but it's not great, then you'll find that sometimes you're just so far off stage that you can't really make it back, even if you are a good player, even if you are a pro player. So in this case, what we saw in that game 2 that has just ended, we saw Zone's Korin just not be able to come back because the stage was very big and he was just too far out. So perhaps we'll also see that happen in Battlefield. However, although that might work against Zone in Battlefield, I can say with certainty from watching Zone in his previous sets that this is indeed a stage that will favor him more than hinder him, and that's why he's picked it. He can set up for a lot of hitboxes and maneuver very nicely around Battlefield with minimum aggravation. That's really going to help him in this matchup. Peach does not have as much range as Zone and will suffer more for it on a stage like this. All Peach can rely on is mind games, zoning in and out, using the turnip here and there, and putting out some gimmicks, as well as perhaps also aggressive edge guarding, which we've seen Khanage do quite a bit so far, so I'm very happy to see Khanage take that approach. I feel like aggressive edge guarding is very important for Sheik in a matchup like this. It's sort of a guesstimate because I don't know this matchup in detail, but we can see when he does it, it really seems to work, and there's not much Zone can do to mitigate that, to punish that. So Khanage seems to know what works. He's at 1-1 right now, and he can totally, there we go, again, aggressive edge guarding. He can totally make the aggressive edge guarding help him out. He's just got to watch out for Zone and Zone's mix-ups, because even if he mixes up himself, Zone knows how to play smart too. And we saw that there with the first counter of the set. You're not going to be safe with everything you do unless you think very carefully and strategically in every blink-second moment. So take your time, Khanage, work your way in and out, because Zone is certainly thinking of doing that to you too. And just try to get the better mind games. The better mind games and the superior ledge guarding is what's going to make you take this set, in my opinion. That's what's going to win the set for you, Khanage. Zone, however, with the ledge guards of his own at the moment, this is a 1-1 stock situation right now. Nice neutral B from Zone, stunning Peach, but he doesn't manage to make his way back in time due to being in lag from snapping to the ledge. Khanage controlling the ledge, opts to go in for a tomahawk grab, And then a tomahawk forward air in the middle of the stage. Khanage mixing up very nicely so far, not getting much for his mix-ups, but he's not getting punished either. Back airs Corrin, zones Corrin off stage. Again, he's going for the aggressive ledge covers. Opts to grab a second time in a row near the ledge. Zone with a pin, ledge guard, cancels it, comes in with the grab, goes for the F smash trying to catch Peach as she snaps to the ledge. Perhaps that was a 2-frame attempt, it certainly looked like it. Nice neutral B attempt as he goes for the ledge, just trying to cover and mitigate Khanage's approach options at the ledge. Goes for a pin and catches Khanage. Nice clutch finish from Zone just there. I really had no idea who was going to take it until we were faced with that result. We are now on 2-1, and this is a best of 5, so we may be at the final game now, unless Khanage can turn it around. Khanage, this is a game of hitboxes, not of words. A queen's speech won't help you here. But if there's anything we do know, royalty historically does tend to have a lot of grit. And if you have enough grit, if you can show some true grit in this potential final game for you, you may be able to bring this back. Play your heart out. This isn't the final game of the set for you to win, but at least you are still in tournament and you can make this work. You are 2 games away from grand finals, and Zone's dream might be closer, but your dream does not have to be extinguished yet. Your dream of a Royal Grand Finals can be preserved for the people. Make it happen. Make it happen, Khanage. You can do it. I actually love what both players are doing right now, and I'm a fan of both players. I'm a fan of both characters, so I am definitely rooting for both of these guys, despite my kind of cheerleading moment for Khanage. But yeah, we all love comebacks, right? We want to see the set go 2-2, let's be honest, because it's just so fun to watch. It really is. Interesting down there on the top platform from Zone just there. I think what he was doing is, maybe he predicted that Khanage was going to jump up towards him, and perhaps it was a prediction that during that jump up, Khanage would lose his initial spawn-based invincibility frame. So you know when you appear on the stage with your last stock, you spawn, you're invincible. I think he was waiting for that to run out and trying to catch Peach and her whatever air option she chooses, catch her out with a down air, hitting that top platform as she jumps up. So that looked a bit peculiar to us. I'm sure you guys were a bit confused when you first saw that, but I can see the logic in that. It was kind of a way to catch Peach as and when her invincibility runs out. Nice pin from Zone. Peach at 69%, the magic percentage number, but now falling victim to a few more hitboxes, ending up at 82%. Zone self-destructs while going deep, and now perhaps Khanage can turn it around. He has got some room to work with. He's not at death percent, although, however, it is looking a little bit dire for him right now. Zone making his way back, both players in center stage. Zone opting for a back air and connecting it, controls the ledge. Both players having a devastating ledge guarding game, although I would give the edge in ledge guarding to Peach. Her hitboxes aren't as strong, but her ledge guarding is particularly deadly. Zone pummels, does not get the throw out in time. Khanage mashing his way toward glory, trying to stretch out every single part of his stock as much as possible, but he is reaching his limit in terms of how long he can live, and he indeed does not survive the second grab. That set going to Zone, 3-1. Well played by both players. I enjoyed that. I'm sure you guys did too. That was a lit set. But yeah, Zone proving that Corrin is also of royal descent, basically. And opting to control his own destiny. Corrin, Zone and his Corrin proceed to face